Hey everybody, Gil here at Camp Patton Family Compound. This has been a busy weekend. Things have been a little nuts, and I think I totally blew it and did not get any footage of the John Deere 35G in action. So it's all cleaned up, ready to go back to pro equipment. It's this is a real cool little piece of equipment here. So what I will do is I'm going to go around and show you some of the things I did with it. So one of the first things I did with it was over here on next to the driveway, and if you've seen some of the videos, there were a bunch of railroad ties that were stuck in here. You know, there were 5 of them here, making like a little alcove off the side here. And I pulled them out. Now some of them were rotted off down below. Some were, some broke away real easy. This one here on the top here, man, I mean, that thing's, didn't go nowhere on it. I mean, I was surprised it pulled that one out as easy as it did. Basically, as I wiggled it back and forth, the soil just kind of moved around below it, and I was able to pull it out. But so I got those pulled out fairly quickly. I thought I was going to actually have to dig, and I didn't have to dig right, for each post. I was able to wiggle them. The ones that broke off down below the ground. So I'm all happy with that, and I was able to pull the one good one out there. But I didn't have to spend 4 or 5 hours digging them out, digging down each side, pulling it out, and backfilling. So it came out fairly easy. Now, one of the other things I did with it, I think it's kind of funny. I know I got a weird sense of humor. You've all heard about tossing your salad and stuff, Well, that little John Deere tossed the compost pile. And so it was mounted up here high on the one side here. Well, I brought it on the other side over there. You can see the tracks over there. And I just started digging and piling, moving it around, dug up into some of the new stuff, pulled it all down, mixed it all around, really mixed it up pretty good. And of course I put the sprinkler on it again, so everything here is starting to compost. Having put the sprinkler on there and using the jet pipe over the last couple weeks, as I dug into it with the excavator there, I hit pockets of hot. I mean, it was like the grass clippings were trying to decompose. They had water in them. They were breaking down, and they were smoking hot. So, but I got it all stirred up, mixed up. Didn't find any worms in here yet, but I didn't go down into the soil where the worms might have been, living, just coming up a little bit to nibble on the bottom of the compost pile. But anyways, so I tossed the compost pile with the excavator. Did it fairly quick. One other thing, let me go back here. One other thing I did, I went back into the corner back here, and along the bank here, I using the coyote mostly. I kind of, after I filled in the pipe, I've been cutting it back a little bit, making it a nice tapered thing. Well, I went over here and I dug, it was a big old bulkhead sticking out there of dirt. So I dug it down, broke it up a little bit so I can get in there with the coyote, clean it up nicely. When I get that finished, and I'll have all this dirt to put around it, and then I can start cleaning up behind the tree line up there. But anyway, so I dug that out, cleaned it up. I did that during the heat of the day when it was really hot, because that enclosed cab had nice air conditioning. Oh, and by the way, when I was checking the hour meter on it, it said it had 9 hours on it. So, woohoo! It was brand new, basically, for me. So that's that's the 3 things I did right here with it. Oh no, one fourth thing. I got another one over here. I was trying to grade the gravel driveway, drag out the high spots and stuff. And the problem is, either the landscape rake or the drag box, you hit those cobbles and it just bounce up and it wouldn't, tear it up. So I came over here and I just kind of broke it all up. What's so funny is when I put the sewer line in, I actually, the ditcher, I beat down on it with the bucket of the other one, and it was so hard that I couldn't cut it with the coyote so I went and tore it all up. So now I'll be able to get in here and take this down to get it down to grade for the driveway. So that's 4 things I did on this side here with it. Let's go across the way here and see the other thing I did with it. So I'm just going to go ahead and stop this. I'll turn it back on when I get across the street. All right, I'm across the street back over here. There's the one field I've been working on. Well, here had a couple things going on here. Had a stump here, one of the poplars that I cut off because it was diseased and everything. And I pulled it out. There's a few pieces of stump there I can get out, but so I pulled it out there. And over here where my daughter and son-in-law have planted some of the trees and stuff, I was going to come over here and level this out today, but I may still bring over a couple buckets of or just may scrounge up a couple buckets of soil here for them to put in there. But where they planted actually it wasn't even where the tree, there was, it was over a little bit farther here, was the other root, other tree over there. And it was a pine tree. It was a tall one. It was, about twice as tall as that little thing, juniper there, and it died. Even though they had water on it last summer, it died. So yeah, so it looks like they've been did a little bit of okay, I wasn't sure if they'd taken the chainsaw to yet or not, but they're going to be bucking all that up for firewood. So yeah, this one here was amazing. The poplar roots, I guess, because this had been dead a little bit longer, it had started to dry out, year and a half, I guess. Yeah, year and a half forth. It started drying out, so the roots weren't all soft and supple. So when I pushed on it, you could hear a snap, snap, and I pull it, snap, snap. And I I just swung and hit it the sideways once, and it went snap, snap, did the other way. Reached over, grabbed it, and he yanked it right out. Whereas the pine tree, the far one over there, I had to dig a big hole. I had to dig a big hole around it and break roots off all the way around it to get it to or just the taproot would break when I pulled it out. And so it was a bit more of a pain, but I expected to take a while longer to get the tree out compared to what happened with the old monster apple tree, which is in an older video. And no, I'm not going to try to find it. It's if you look under in the tractor work playlist and go back about 2 years, you'll find it where I had the when I was putting in the irrigation pipe in the ground. I went over there with that bobcat excavator and yanked that tree out. Well, dug it out and then yanked it out. But anyways, so those are the things I did this time around with this little 35G John Deere excavator. Now, in comparison to the one I had last time when I dug all the line for the water line to put the yard hydrants in, that was a 50G, and the 35 and 50 stand for like 35 metric tons or 50 metric tons. So that's what I did on that. So I can feel a few raindrops hitting on me here, so I'm going to head on inside so I don't ruin the camera here. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of rain. And, oh, Lotus, you want inside? You want inside? Can you meow to the people at YouTube? There you go. One of my daughter's cats. Alrighty, so that's it for now, and I will. I'm working on getting all the work I did in the backyard there on the grading and stuff. I got probably about 2 hours worth of video to edit, so I'm going to be going through and editing that here this afternoon, and I'll get it out here to you shortly. Take care.